Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. I am just so excited to find out if we're going to figure out what was happening with Cookie. Where in the world could Cookie be? So we're going to get started on chapter 10 of Freddie's Amazing Bakery, The Cookie Mystery. Have you been giving any thought to that? I wonder where in the world poor Cookie could be. I bet we find out now. All right, let's get started on chapter 10. Amira returned with Dr. Wells and not one, but two sausage rolls. Flapjack gave a yelp of delight and disappeared under a table with them. Did you ever get to the bottom of where Flapjack kept disappearing to? Dr. Wells asked Freddie. No, Freddie said. We tried following him like you suggested, but we lost him. So it remains a mystery. Perhaps he stopped now. Yes, I suppose so, Freddie said, and he bent down under the table to give Flapjack a pat. But, you guessed it, Flapjack wasn't there. Oh no, not again, Freddie exclaimed. Don't worry, Dr. Wells said. Let's go and look for him. He won't have gone far. They set off in different directions. Word spread, and Amira, Posy, Sophie, Noah, and the inspector all joined in the hunt. Oh, Flapjack, where have you gone? Freddie thought, beginning to feel concerned. But then there was a shout from Sophie over by the carousel, and they all headed there. I found him, Sophie said when Freddie and the others reached her. Where is he? Freddie asked, looking puzzled. I'll show you, but everyone needs to be quiet, Sophie replied, and led them around to the far side of the carousel. Look, she said, bending down. What do you think they found? I don't know. There was a gap of a couple of feet underneath the carousel, and there was Flapjack with Cookie. Did you guess that? She was snuggled up in a nest of old sacks, eating the sausage roll, while Flapjack lay next to her. And then the biggest surprise of all, laying asleep beside her were one, two, three, four, five tiny kittens. Everyone gasped and said things like, my goodness, how amazing! Wow! And there they are. One, two, three, four, five kittens. Did you even know Cookie was pregnant? The inspector asked. Posy, who was laughing and crying at the same time, managed to say, No, I had no idea. So Cookie wasn't stolen. She ran away, the inspector said. I guess she didn't want her kittens to be TV stars, Noah said. And it looks as if Flapjack has been looking after them all, added Sophie. So that's why he kept stealing food. It was for Cookie, Freddie said. He bent down and stroked Flapjack. I'm sorry, I thought you were just being naughty. He's an exceptionally good dog, the inspector said. Shall I take a look at Cookie and the kittens, Posy, just to be sure that they're okay? Dr. Wells offered. Yes, please, replied Posy. After a few minutes, he said, 5 very sweet, healthy kittens, and Cookie is doing very well, too, thanks to Flapjack. Shall we take them back to the hotel? Freddie fetched one of the large boxes that the cakes had been packed in, and Posy and Dr. Wells carefully transferred the kittens into it. Posy carried Cookie, who, judging by the thunderous purring, was very pleased to see her, and Dr. Wells carried the kittens. And there they all are. Bernard, "Could you give us a lift in your fine motor car?" he asked, and they all sped off to Vandaloon's hotel. "Well, wasn't that lovely?" Amira said later as she and Freddie helped Noah clear up. The sun was setting over Belleville, casting a lovely golden light over the park. The Belleville Blasters had played their final encore, and the last few picnickers were packing up and making their way home. "It was the perfect end to a perfect day," Freddie replied happily. Well, Flapjack turned out to be a total star, didn't he? And he had a very good week afterward because not only was Freddie being incredibly nice to him, but also on Monday, Sophie made a bumper crop of sausage rolls all for him. On Tuesday, Posy gave him a magnificent new collar that said "Hero" on it. On Wednesday, there was a special ceremony at the police station where Flapjack was awarded a medal by Inspector Brown for outstanding service. On Thursday, there was a big article about him in the Bellevue News, which meant that everyone who came in the shop made a fuss of him, and that inevitably led to, you guessed it, more sausage rolls. And then on Friday, which was the last one of the month, the most amazing showstopper cake appeared in the bakery window of Cookie and her kittens with Flapjack looking over them. Posy loved the cake so much that she paid a huge amount of money for it, which, along with the money raised by the picnic, paid for the carousel to be repaired. Hooray! Look at this. That is the cake. Oh my goodness, it looks so real, doesn't it? That's amazing. Freddie is quite the baker, isn't he? Spring turned to summer, and Posy, Cookie, and the kittens went back to their normal life with no TV cameras or bossy young men with clipboards. But you might be interested to hear that Hubert was soon busy with a TV series all about the world's funniest parrot. Sophie went off to the École Pâtissière in Paris, which was a big adventure for her. Bernard presented Amira with many more bunches of flowers, and Freddie, well, he kept on baking because that's what he loves to do. And I just wanted to show you. So this is a picture of Harriet Whitehorn. There she is. That's the author. And it says, Harriet Whitehorn grew up in London, where she lives with her family. She is the author of numerous books for young readers and has been nominated for several awards, including the Waterstones Children's Book Prize. And here, this gentleman right here, his name is Alex G. Griffiths. He is the illustrator for this book, and it says, Alex G. Griffiths is an illustrator specializing in children's picture books and character design. The majority of his work is done by hand using a combination of pen and ink line work and brush textures in a messy way to create a natural style of illustration. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to come back one more. Actually, I think I'll show you now real quick. This book has a couple other neat features. In the back here is a glossary. A glossary is sort of like a dictionary. It's got words and it has their meanings. So we have bake. To bake foods is to cook it in an oven, especially breads or cakes. Batter. A mixture of flour, eggs, and milk beaten together and used to make pancakes and baked goods. Beat. There's more than one meaning for that, huh? To beat a cooking mixture to stir it quickly so it becomes thicker. Biscuit. A hard, crunchy cookie. And we know there's also biscuits that are kind of like a bread. Boil. To boil a liquid is to heat it until it starts to bubble. Brioche, A light, sweet bread, typically in the form of a small round roll. Buttercream, yum. It's a soft mixture of butter and powdered sugar used as a filling or topping for a cake. Cake, we all know what that is. Sweet food made from baked mixture of flour, eggs, fat, and sugar. Croissant. Have you ever had a croissant? It's a crescent-shaped roll made from rich pastry. Dough. Not the kind that's money. We sometimes refer to money as dough, but this dough is a thick mixture of flour and water used for making bread or pastry. Eclair. A finger-shaped cake of pastry with a cream filling. I love eclairs. They're yummy. Fondant icing. This is a particular kind of icing. It's a thick icing made from water and sugar. And honestly, I'm not sure how to pronounce this word. There's no pronunciation here. So I'm going to have to use my strategies and try to decode it. And if any of you know the right way to say it, maybe you can let me know. So this is spelled Gateau. So I'm thinking it could be gâteau. I'm guessing. And it's a rich cream cake. I might look it up later and find out. Glacé icing is a thin icing made with powdered sugar and water. Marzipan is a soft, sweet paste made from almonds and sugar. It's kind of like a candy. Melt. To melt something solid, to make it liquid by heating it, like when we melt butter. Meringue. This is a crisp cake made from the whites of eggs mixed with sugar and baked. Mix. You know that word. To mix different things is to stir or shake them together to make one thing. Mixture. Something made of different things mixed together. Mold. Now, there's more than one meaning for that, too. You know, mold that grows in, if something gets wet in the house or it could get moldy. That's one kind. This is different. To mold something is to make it to have a particular shape. Kind of like that cake that Freddie made that was molded to look like, Cookie and the Kittens. Yeah, and Flapjack. Pastry. I lost my place. Pastry is a dough made from flour, fat, and water, rolled flat and baked. Oh boy, here's another word I'm not 100% sure how to say, so I'm going to use my decoding skills and try. Profiterole. Profiterole? A small ball of soft, sweet pastry filled with cream and covered with chocolate sauce. This one says royal icing. Hard white icing made from powdered sugar and egg whites, typically used to decorate fancy cakes. Sponge. And it's not the kind of sponge we clean with. This one is another one with more than one meaning. This is a soft, lightweight cake. Stir. You can stir up trouble, but this stir is different. To stir something liquid or soft is to move it round and round, especially with a spoon. Tart. Tart's another one of those words with multiple meanings. Something can be sour and we might say, "Ooh, that's tart." But a tart is also a pie containing fruit, jam, custard, or chocolate. And this one is whisk. To whisk eggs or cream is to beat them until they're thick and frothy. There's another special thing in this book. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but if you decide to get a copy of this book for yourself, you will see in it a recipe for Freddie's thumbprint cookies. I am going to hold it by the screen close, and if someone wants to take a screenshot, they can. So there's the recipe. And on the other side are the directions on what to do. So I'll hold that for a minute. Make sure it's there. And again, if someone wants to do a screenshot, they can. Or you might want to get a copy of the book yourself, and you can make those cookies with your family. I got to tell you, they sound amazing. There's butter and sugar and egg and flour, vanilla extract and hot water, cocoa powder and powdered sugar. I think those are ingredients that most people have. If you decide to try to make these with your family, I bet you'll have fun and they'll be yummy. Did you know that reading recipes is also reading? It sure is. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this story as much as I have. I'll be coming back with another chapter book soon. Bye for now.